to look back. So we're live now, but I'll need everybody to see because it's on private. So I'll need to go public so everybody can see. So I think I'm on public already. Let me just be sure. Okay, Tolu is back. Let me just be sure I'm on public so everybody can see. Hello everyone, hello Lagos, hello Nigeria, hello all over the world. My name is Aderonke Interviews and I'm the host on Aderonke Live Show. And I have with me amazing guests, wonderful people from the educational sector. Oh God, this is one sector that I know that they have, how will I call them? Some people call them the life influencers. Some people call them educators. Some people call them change agents. You know, we can give them all the names we want to give them. But these guys are amazing. They are doing great works. And beyond the great works they are doing, I particularly love education and I love to see it grow because for any nation to grow and to become, productive, the educational system has to be fantastic. And it's amazing that we have these three wonderful young men and a young lady that all finished from my alma mater. And that's the reason why they're here. I'm so proud of them.
Yes,
They've made us proud.
indeed.
All the groups that we've shared about their jobs, about their profile, their awards, everyone has been speaking, fantastic words of, congratulations to them on their success of being awarded by the Lagos State government on the Teachers Merit Award. That's fantastic. Yes, graduate from University,
Thank
Ekiti
you.
State University, and now they
Yes,
are giving awards here in Lagos State. That's awesome. Welcome, guys. Welcome,
Thank
Babajide
you.
Olanrewaju. Welcome,
Thank you very much.
OLUWAFUNBI GRACE
thank
and welcome,
you.
ODUSANYA
Thank you.
TOLULOPE. It's great to have you guys on the show. How are you
Thank
guys
you.
doing?
Well,
We
we're
are
doing
doing good.
good.
Oh, great. So let's go to TOLULOPE because he's been having issues with his network. Let's try and see. TOLULOPE, can you hear me? Hello, TOLULOPE, can you hear me? Hello, Tolu, can you hear me now? If you can hear me, just pick up, Tolu. If you can hear me, just pick up. So let's just go to Babajide. Babajide, how are you doing?
Okay, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, TOLULOPE can hear me. Okay, good. So TOLULOPE, so go ahead. How have you been? Tell us, what's your background like? Why teaching? Was it something that you've always wanted to do, or you just came along? TOLULOPE, can you hear me now? TOLULOPE, is
Yeah,
teaching what you've
I
always
can faintly hear you.
Okay, maybe I should be typing the questions for you. Let's look at the comment section. Since you can barely hear me, but we can hear you, is teaching what you have always wanted to do? Look, that question is for you. So go ahead. Is teaching what you have always wanted to do?
Oh, well. So it's been my pleasure to talk and to share part of my experience and to let people know what I must do for the network.
Oh dear. We've lost the connection to Tolu once again, but let's see how it goes. So let's go to Babajide. Babajide to share with us. Is teaching what you've
Okay.
always wanted to do?
Well, good evening, everyone. I say it's a privilege being on the show this evening. I want to say that, well, while I was in University of Ekiti, I remember that many times
I
in
love
English
teaching.
departments,
But basically, when I was
I think Tolu
growing
is back
up,
on. Tolu is back
Oh,
on.
Tolu
I
is
never
back on.
wanted
Okay,
to.
sorry, Babajide, let's hear him. Okay.
But the only thing I would have loved to be is to be a lecturer. And because of that passion of wanted to be a lecturer, drew me study industrial chemistry for my BSc, then going to that is from Ekiti State University, University of Ibadan for my master's in organic chemistry. But the way God has destined everybody, God has destined everybody for a particular purpose. When I was ending up my master's in UI, Lagos State.
Oh, we lost him again. Oh dear. Oh, network is not so good at his end over there. I think the network is seriously fluctuating from Tolu's. Okay, it's back on. Let's see one more time.
For specialization in, in teaching profession. It was coordinated by Professor Ma, and I got the job. And because I have passion for lecturing, then when I got the job, I swung into action immediately. And ever since then, let me say I've loved what I've been doing over time because I always love to see my students fulfilling their destiny and achieving their goals. Therefore, I will not say I love teaching right from the beginning.
Okay, I think again. Okay, it's fine. I think what he's
Network.
trying to, okay, yes. I think what he's trying to say is that he got the opportunity to teach, and since then, through someone, through a prof, and it's been a fantastic, journey for him. He didn't maybe like let's say teaching found him. Let's use the word that teaching found him. He didn't really have to search for it, but he got the opportunity and he picked it up and he loved it. Though he has always loved to impact knowledge to people, and that's awesome. So, Babajide, please go ahead. Let's have your take.
Okay, thank you very much. Like I said earlier, um, by and by, right from when I was growing up, I've always wanted to impact lives. And I found out that when I got to school, that was when I was in University of Ekiti. Most times when we had tutorial groups organized back then, I usually I will always be in the forefront, always taking one course or the other. And afterwards, while I was also in school, I had a dance group. I was always teaching people that were interested in dancing. So, in a way, teaching has always been a part of me. And so, when I left school, when I got to myself for my service year, I also served in a school. And when I left, the Nigerian factor, we tried applying for different jobs here and there. But I want to say that the first job I got back then was a teaching job. And I won't forget the fact that the day I got to the school, the particular theme they had for that week was purpose driven life. And that was the book I was reading at that particular point in time. So I just felt God has said this has to be where I needed to stay. And after staying in the private sector for some time, I was privileged, to get the job with the teaching service. And the kind of strength I got from the private sector, because when you work in the private sector, you have to do more. I took it into the public sector, and I can tell you it has been a very great journey. I'm very happy that when I see my students, most especially those that have gone through me, when I see some of them, I have students that are lawyers now, I have some that are
Oh,
accountants,
that's
and
awesome.
when some of them call, I'm so privileged to have touched and molded such lives. So it has been a very great journey. Thank you.
Awesome. Well done, Babajide. I like that. I like the fact that you were drilled at the private sector and you move into the public and you thought, this is more like it for you. That's awesome. And I enjoyed the fact that you said your students are already, doing well, have a career already. And, that's I think that's the pride of every educator. That's the joy that you guys
Yes, yes.
see people that you've impacted knowledge doing great. And I think well done once again to you guys. Well done. Great
Thank you
job to
very
all the
much.
teachers out there. Well done. Well done. So
Yes. Thank you.
Tolulope, I'm so sorry. This network is just making you go off and on, but you are with us, so we'll still try and see if we can connect with you. So let's go to Oluwafumbi, Madam. You are the young lady among the men. So how does it feel?
Thank you.
Has it been for you? Has it been? Has it been something you wanted to do from school or from childhood? This teaching part has always been part of you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. It's nice being on
Good evening.
Aderonke Live Show. It's really a great privilege. I'm so happy. I'm elated. I'm very, very glad. Teaching has not really been what I wanted to go into. Actually, when I was young, then I wanted to be an accountant. But
Mm.
fortunately for me, I was given some education in University of Ekiti. So I was like, oh, if you read education, you have to be a teacher. But then I had this mentality that even though I'm reading economics education, I can still further on to go for my ICANN. But later on, when I was about to graduate, it got done on me that God just laid it on my mind that this is where you will have to prosper and you have to do well. That is the teaching career. And what I noticed about me, I love working with children. I love working with the youth. I feel free with them, I love working with them. So it was quite easy for me to just flow along with them, to relate well with them, to play with them, to teach them in different methods. So when I went for my NYC, I posted to a school in Kaduna State. Then I was teaching, and from there, I was able to organize a tutorial class for the students then. So from there, when I came back to Lagos, I also worked with the private sector. I worked at Vivian Fowler Memorial College for Girls at Ikeja. Then I was exposed to this international way of teaching. And with that, when I joined the teaching service of Lagos State in 2013, it was an addition. It was like a kind of knowledge, based knowledge that I've already had from the private sector for me to build on when I got to the public sector. So it was okay. Though when we got the job, the money was not that big. It was not that much compared to people working in the
Right.
oil company bank. But I had this passion of fulfillment, seeing my children doing well, being happy with them, looking at as in the challenges they face, giving them counseling. Because in public school, we have a lot of children that are facing one challenge, maybe from broken home, maybe they're having financial challenge, maybe and you can a lot of them are brilliant, but because of the kind of background that they come from. So I see myself as a mentor, to set myself as a role model, to counsel them, to give them career guide on how they can do it. And a lot of them are doing well. So a lot of them are in the higher institution are doing well. I contact some of them on Facebook and they are doing well. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Fumbi, for that enlightenment. I like that. I like the fact that, you said most of them are actually brilliant, if not for the challenges. Let me come back to Fumbi. I'll come back to you, Babajide. Let me just ask, being
Okay.
from that point that you raised, I like what Fumbi said that. So how do you, I know in private sector for education, most of the schools have school counselors, or they even have outsourced counselor that come to the school, teach them about mental alertness, self-esteem and all that. And do you find such in public schools?
Yes,
Fumbi?
we do. Yes, we do. We actually have a guidance and counselor in the school where I teach. So they do counseling for them, counseling of counseling for them. I'm not only limited to the counselor. Every teacher, as we are trained to be, we are meant to be a role model and to counsel those students in the way they dress, the way they relate, their poise, the way they behave, the way they relate to elders, even the cognitive aspects of their life, their psychomotive skills, their affective skills, how they can be a whole round student, a complete student that will affect their society positively. So these are what we look into students, not just the cognitive aspect, the classroom aspect, but being an old student, a productive student that will affect the community or society. So we cancel them during assembly. We have career talk. Different teachers come on the assembly. They give them talk. They cancel them career on their sexual life, on how they relate to the opposite sex. And if there are different things that comes up in school, that we try to diagnose what kind of solution we can put to this. A child that is a student, the father is handicapped and he had a kind of challenge. How can we help this kind of student to do well? Teachers can help to raise funds to help such students. Or there was a particular student This boy was very, very brilliant, and teachers had to contribute money for this guy to go to Unilag, and he graduated engineering department in Unilag, and he's doing well now. So these are
Wow.
the areas, not just teaching the students, we also try to meet their emotional needs of students that are facing different challenges. We have a lot of them like that.
Hmm. Awesome. Thank you, Fumbi. And God bless those teachers that put money together for that young man to go to university. God bless them.
Yeah.
So it's so
Amen.
I like
Amen.
the fact that it's beyond teaching in the classroom. Teaching is beyond the
Yeah.
four walls. It's beyond it's connecting with your pupil, making them relevant to what purpose God has destined for them. Thank you. Let me ask you,
Yes.
Babajide.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of challenge with the young ones of these days. They are more vocal, they are more open to information like us those days. They are more liberal. There's some things that they just take for granted, which you know during our time we'll need to hold with high esteem and all that. How do you manage
Yeah.
young boys in your class? How do you manage to calm them down? Because I always say the word about they are spontaneous, and they are restless. They just want to do a whole lot of things. Even imbibing education into them right now is kind of difficult because everybody wants to blow. Everybody wants to hammer, everybody wants to sing, everybody wants to be a known artist, receiving awards. So how do you manage? I'm even grateful you're here because I've been always wanting to. I appreciate that everybody is speaking about the girl child, but I think it's also necessary that we start looking into the boy child. So share with us, how do
Okay.
you manage these young boys in your class, especially the ones that give you that little work, that give you that, you understand what I mean? That make
Okay, I get you. I
how do,
get you.
how do you send across that key message to them? How do you manage them?
Well, my school is quite peculiar because it's a girls' only school. So I deal
Oh,
with girls
oh,
alone. Yes.
oh, oh,
Yes. But
okay.
most time the girl child, they have the kind of strength that the boy child also has.
I
And
totally
so,
agree. I agree with you.
yes. And so most times, like when I first got the job, I had to first struggle with, having to be that strict teacher, having
Mm.
to, want to, instill discipline. But, by and by, when I went for a course with British Council, I did a course with British Council on core skills. It was there I
Self-sponsored?
discovered that,
Was it self-sponsored?
yes, no, it was not self-sponsored. It was actually free from British Council, and the
Oh,
Lagos State government actually allowed us to partake in, the
that's good.
training.
That's
Yes,
good.
and so, while I was at the training, I was able to discover that, children are dynamic. And
Yes.
sometimes when you want to get you want to get in touch with them, you need sometimes to come down to their level. Most
Mm.
times we have the teachers, sometimes we want these students to act the way we do. We want them to act our age, not forgetting the fact that they are all children. And so what I did was, when I came back, I brought back those training. And for the first time, even my students could testify that I was kind of different. So what I did was, we started learning through different types of ways. Now, there's this stuff we do in class. We call it snowballs. Now, it's a strategy that when I get to class, most times when we have very gray areas that we've not touched, I ask those students to write them down, their papers. We squeeze it, and before you know it, you start throwing out the balls around in forms of balls. So we play a while. Then afterwards, then we pick all the balls. Then we begin to go through the questions one at a time. I found out that they really loved it, and they were able to open up to me, and also I was able to touch most areas that they found difficult. The truth is this: we need to look for better ways to teach them. Like you said, they are very spontaneous. So they look
Yes.
for fun ways of learning. We can't teach them the old ways we learned, where our
Mm.
teachers were so strict. You needed to just raise up your hands. I even got to learn from the training that a little noise sometimes can be good for the class.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes when your class is too silent, it goes to tell you that you just want them to be robots. But sometimes we need to give them the opportunity to express themselves. And so, in a way, those struggles I had earlier, but that was when I started the job, became easier. Even right now, We have what we do this meditation kind of things when we start our classes, where I play some videos, they listen to meditative, they listen to words that can help them, get inspired and get motivated. So these are some of those things will help to bring out the best out of this student. So thank you
Awesome,
very much.
awesome, awesome to Babajide. Awesome. God bless you. You really love. I love the way you guys are talking. Fumbi, Babajide, you are, I can feel your passion and I can feel your love for the job, and that's great.
Thank
That's
you. Thank
wonderful.
you.
That I love when teachers love what they do. You will always see it with them and with the kids, with the teacher, student, the teacher. I like the fact that you seem like a very flexible teacher, Babajide, and that's awesome. They are always like, there's always this word, this adage that says that kids even learn from playing. From playing, they learn.
Mm,
They learn, they get everything
yes,
playing and all that. Let me
yes.
see if we can try Tolulope one more time. Tolulope, let me see one more time. Let's see if we can try it. Tolulope, this question is for you. Let's see. Can you see the question, Tolulope? Can you hear me? I've sent a question across. I hope
Yeah, yeah.
Tolulope can you see the question? What has been your challenge being an educator? Do you have any challenge being an educator?
I can read the text. I think
Oh, that network at his end there is not fair. Oh. People are really
Wow.
deprived of
No.
I can imagine he will be so pained. But we'll keep
Yes,
trying. We'll
yes.
keep trying and see if we can get him to share one or two things with us. Okay, let me go back to okay, let's go to Fumbi. Fumbi. Okay, now let's do the reverse. Is your school a mid school? Is your school boys and girls or just a particular
Yes,
gender?
boys and girls, and it's a senior school.
Oh, it's a senior school. That's a senior
Yes.
school, more like it. So I'm
Yes.
sure
You
you had
see
any
four
incidents, any
boys, and
student.
you have to bring them down, control them.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to ask.
Yes.
Have you had any experience of any of the girls trying to be like, hello, you're a babe, I'm a babe. What's there? You can't control me. Have you had such experience?
Yes, actually, some of them, especially boys, they tend
Mm,
to be rude. But you have to prove to them that yes, you are a teacher and you are in charge. Like
mm,
today, when I was invigilating a class, a boy was trying to behave somehow in the classroom. He was like trying to disrupt the exam hall. I wanted to change his seat, and he insisted that is I changed the seat, and he wanted to go back to where he was before. I don't know. So I insisted that no, that is where you are going to stay because the boy has this kind of big stature, and that is
that's
where you are
all.
going to stay. Assuming it's
Mm,
those days that we can use cane, that one is a different case. But now we are asked not to use cane. So you have to
yeah,
exert yourself on them and to prove to them that yes, the teacher is in charge. And if
true.
the child is not cooperating, you can take the child to the authority, maybe the principal or the vice principal. Then he will know that
Mm,
yes, he is either he call his parents, or he may even be suspended from the
mm.
school. So that one will make the child to sit up.
I like that. So discipline, is still the same, but the way we
Yes.
do it now is a little different. That's good. That's good. Let me see. Let's try one more time. Tolulope, can you hear? Tolulope, can you hear us? The question still remains. I don't know if you can still connect with us. So before I go to Babajide, because now I want us to talk about the new education, which is IT, which is the trending thing all over the world, innovation and all that. As the Lagos State government, I mean the public is. Let me not even use Lagos State. Let us take the whole public, public education. How have they been embracing the new technology? What's your take on it, Babajide? What's your take on the new technology?
Okay.
Mm,
Thank you very much. Well, I usually say that when COVID-19 came, it came with its own blessings and its
mm,
curses. And one of the blessings of COVID-19 is that it opened our eyes to the fact that we need to, we need to be more technologically inclined in the
mm,
way we, educate our students. You know, I want to say Lagos State government has really done a lot in terms of, bringing technology into education. And thank God, it's part of one of the themes of the Lagos State government, education and technology. Now, I remember that before when the COVID-19 lockdown came, one of the avenues we're able to reach some of our students were through different social media platforms like the WhatsApp, Telegram. Then also we're able to also make use of the YouTube videos. Sometimes we ask them to go, on YouTube, watch some, educative videos, most especially some that have been recorded by some of our teachers. And also in our classroom, even right before COVID-19 came, I'd always been a teacher that made use of technology. Most times I project some of my work. I teach English, and there's some aspect of English that is better seen than, by the students, like speech work. Now, sometimes we do projection where students will have to watch the native speakers, native speakers pronounce some of these words. In Nigeria, we speak Nigerian English, and so sometimes we can also muffle up some of these words in this when we pronounce the sounds. So we make use of projection, and sometimes we come to classes with laptops. Like in my school, we have that was back then. We had some few laptops that we make use of, and so students can always, share. We have these we pair them up and tell them to work on, certain projects and work using these systems. So in a way, government had done a lot. And I remember during the COVID-19 pandemic, Lagos State government conducted this training on Microsoft Teams, where teachers were taught how to make use of the Microsoft Teams, how we can actually, engage our students via the Teams. And personally too, there are other platforms that I was able to discover for myself that, teaching can be more, more exciting. The truth is technology makes teaching easy compared to having to do it manually. Thank you.
Awesome, Babajide. Thank you so much. You see yourself smiling. It's as if the technology one to education was fun for you, and I love that. So if the teacher can have fun, definitely the children will definitely have fun. So, but the challenge I have is that I still see that there's a big gap. Maybe Fumbi can help us with this. You can chip into as well, Babajide. Seems there's still a big gap between the public sector and the private on use of technology. Do you think that's true? Am I speaking what is going on? I feel that the kids in the private sector still have like a wide gap to the kids in private, especially for the primary school. You guys are in secondary school.
Okay.
For the
yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yeah, in secondary school. So for the primary school, I don't know. Do you think education, private companies now, organizations can come in and partner with the government and see how they can bridge the gap so that because when the kids were when they were on lockdown, the kids from the public schools were not doing anything. A very few NGOs, tried to see how they could help them get books and all that. And I think there's still more. Why the kids in the private sector are already doing, using all building coding. Let me even go there. Yeah, coding apps and all that. What do you think can be done? What do you think? Is there more?
Well,
go ahead, Babajide. Please go ahead.
Okay, I want to say that, like you said, the gap is not as wide as you think. Like I have some of my friends that are into coding. They teach students in their school coding, and I know vividly well that there's a time Lagos State set up a center in my school where students learn coding. There was a center for students to learn coding. Now, fine. The major challenge now is how well some of the teachers are able to buy into technology.
Awesome.
Now,
thank you for that.
Yeah, yes, because it's very important that sometimes we take responsibility and we look at what is trending out there and see how we can bring it in. The government will do their part, but we teachers also, we need to also do our own part also. And I remember vividly that during the lockdown, as part of the teacher that was co-opted to train students on how to use phones that were donated to them by the Lagos State government. Lagos State government actually gave schools smartphones that could help them learn. And so, it's the responsibility is not just something that, we just have to push to the government alone. The private sectors are also partnering. We have private sectors also, some organizations coming to our schools, seeing what they can do. But majorly, government has been, doing their best also. And I know that there's still a lot to be done.
Yes.
And there's a saying that the only room that we still need is the room for improvement. There's a
Yes.
need to improve it, yes, for improvement to, in that sector to come on. And so by and by, I would say that there's still a lot to be done in Nigeria, and as a nation at large. Thank you.
Thank you, Babajide. I love that. Thank you, Lagos State, for all these things Baba State said you guys have been doing, making available smartphones, and just pray you keep doing more, keep pushing, and the partnership with private sectors and the teachers to develop themselves. That's even extremely key. Self-development to be able to deliver the best is very, very key. Let's try it one more time. TOLULOPE, one more time. Can you see my question? I've typed it out for you. Let's see if we can get you in the discussion one more time. TOLULOPE, can you see the question? TOLULOPE, can you see us? Not sure. Oh, there. Okay, let's go to Fumbi. So Fumbi, Babajide has shared with us merging technology with the new technology, which is the new platform for learning. What's your take on this?
Okay, also in my school, we engage in technological ways of passing across information to students. Like during the time of the lockdown, we
Yeah.
created a platform for the students. We had the SS1, the SS2 platform, the SS3 platform, and each we had the timetable. So each teacher is to come online when they have their classes and to teach them. So we engaged different methods. You can send audio, you can send your notes, then you can send them videos of your teachings. So we actually use the online method to teach them. And also last year, when my school won the governor's quiz competition in the whole of Lagos State, then it was a virtual competition. So the students were also trained on how to use this virtual way of delivering of, as in way of communication, way of learning. So they were able to answer their questions and to sail through that kind of competition. So not only through the WhatsApp tool, even during the regular school, like there was a time, even not even once, we had projector in my school. So with the use of the laptop, I was able to project the lecture to teach them. Because when they see pictures, they see things of virtual things,
Yeah.
it will make it more attractive to the students, and it will make the learning more interesting to the students. So we engage the use of ICT in teaching the students.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Fumbi. Thank you. Awesome. I like and congrats on your school winning that award. That's awesome. Well done. Well
Thank
done to you,
you. Thank
Yes.
you.
all the
Located
staff,
in high
all the staff,
school,
and all the students. Well done
Yellow
to
Cross
you. Great,
State again.
great job. Awesome. Congrats to you guys. Great job. So Fumbi,
Thank
so
you.
let me ask Babajide. So how did you feel? How did you get? First of all, let me ask. How did you get into the Lagos State Teachers Merit Award? That's huge. Lagos State. That's huge. I know that there are thousands of teachers in Lagos State, awesome and great teachers. So how were you able to? How were you selected? How did you get there? Babajide, that's for you.
Okay, that's for me. Thank you. Well, I want to say that so far so good. The Merit Award was a really great, eye opener for me and a great privilege. I want to also appreciate the Lagos State government. I remember that it was late last year. The application portal was open that we should apply,
It was made public.
yes, it was made public.
That's
Yes,
great.
that we should apply for the Merit Awards. Well, I would say that in a way, I've always loved being at the background. So I didn't want to apply at first. But I had some encouragement from some of my mentors in the teaching profession saying, you have to just show people what you do. Don't just be at the background, you have to come out. So I applied. And after the first application, we asked to, put in some of the achievements that we have done as teachers, how we've in a way how the achievements that our students, our schools, have gotten through our efforts. And after the first stage, we also got a message that we're successful. So we had to go through the second stage. Second stage was quite tedious. It took me almost more than 6 hours, to finish up that process. And after then, the interview came. The interview session was quite hot. It was because I got to meet a lot of great teachers. We have great
Educator.
teachers in Lagos State, educators, yes. And so after the interview, then we went for the award, and that was the journey so far. Thank you.
Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. And I like the fact that the process was open, it was transparent, and you guys
Yes,
applied
very
yourself.
transparent.
Oh, I didn't know. So now people need to get that information right. And I say it all the time. Nobody will blow your trumpet the way you blow it. Don't wait
Deal.
for, if you
Yes.
have opportunities to showcase what you do, please go ahead and showcase. It's not being humble. Humility is not being
Yeah.
by hiding. Humility is in attitude, is in character, is who you are. So
Yes.
have the opportunity to showcase all the effort, the hard work you put together, please go ahead and do it. And beyond the award, it's a self-feeling when you're doing something and you're noticed. That's amazing. So beyond the award, the fact that you tell people that when you are nominated for an award, the fact that you get to the next stage, not even second, the next stage, it means you are doing something right. As far as you
Yes.
apply and they call you for the next one, not even the final. I'm not even talking about the semi, not the quarter final. I'm even talking that they called you back. A return call means that you're doing something well. So everyone, please, when you have the opportunity, make sure you put in yourself if you know you've done the hard work. So let's go to Fumbi. Fumbi, how did you feel when you became the top 23 among the top 23 teachers in Lagos State? That's awesome. Awesome. 23
Yes,
teachers in the
really, really awesome.
massive Lagos State.
Wow.
How was the feeling? How was the feeling for
Yeah,
you?
actually, when they brought out the information online, I applied and I went through the process, submit the achievements, and they've not even asked of the achievement. And then I remember they asked of your TRCN number because for you to apply, you must have your teacher's registration, you must be registered under Teachers
Mm,
Registration Council of Nigeria. That makes you to be a certified teacher. So
okay.
I
So teachers,
entered the
for
code.
anybody that wants to go into education to teaching, you must register with TLCN.
Yes, yes, to be a certified
Yes.
teacher. You know, we
It's
have a
a
lot of
professional
teachers
teacher.
they are
Mm,
working in private school. All of them may not be certified, but for you
mm.
to be qualified as a teacher in Lagos State, you must have your TRCN
Oh, that's
certification.
that's a very
So
vital info for everyone.
yes, at
Mm.
least to professionalize teaching, not that anybody will just come in into teaching.
And just
So when I
mm,
applied and I saw when the second stage information got to me through my platform in my school. So when I just saw my name, I was so happy that at last we were 17
wow.
in my district one. We have district 6 in all over Lagos State. So we are in district 1. So when I got this information, I was like, so I'm among them. Say 17. I was just like, so when I got the information for the processes of the second stage, it was actually tedious.
Mm,
Essays, we had to write essays, write about yourself as a teacher. What are the innovative technique you can apply in your classroom for innovative technique you can apply in your classroom post COVID era. So I had to think. It was as if I went back to school, constructing this English, thinking about how I'm going to construct this English. So it was actually challenging, but at least I was able to learn through the process and were asked to get letters from different people, from
mm,
parents, from your
wow.
students. Let your friend write
That,
about you. Let
that's a
your
tedious one.
colleagues.
That's a
It was
tedious one.
actually challenging. Then we also
Mm,
have to do a video of your teaching, do a 10
wow.
minutes video of your teaching and send to us. So it was actually educating, though it was
Mm,
stressful. In fact,
mm,
though, when I now got the news for congratulations, you've been shortlisted to come for interview this spring at Anthony. I was so happy. It was on a Sunday that I got that information. So I was so happy. So the interview process, we proceeded with it. It was hot seats. It was hot seat because
Hmm.
the interview was
share,
like
share with us,
so.
share with us one of the questions that got you like, oh more, I don't enter this one. Share with us any of those questions.
Okay, so when we got to when I got to the panel and they asked me that what are those contributions those contributions that you've been able to make in your school as a teacher. I said that. So in relation to your personal, after that, a woman just asked me, she said, you said in your mission statement that students will be independent thinkers. Is there a way you've been able to help students to be independent thinkers in your school? I just say yes. I'm a coordinator of the recycling club in my school. We turn waste to wealth. I've been able to teach them how they can turn maybe like plastic bottles, different things to make decorations, and from then they will be able to make some money from it. So that was the answer I gave to that question.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well done. I can imagine that class. Babajide, share with us one of the questions that got you, beam, as in your heart just skipped. Was there anyone like that?
Okay. Well, like she said, when we got in there, they asked us for our mission statements as a teacher. And so, right after I said mine, asked me to, try to infuse it to what I do in school. I know most times where it really got me a little bit shaky was the fact that I needed to know what I was to bring to the table. Should I say this or should I not say this? Then I also made a statement because in my school we started a mini cell radio. A mini cell radio where students broadcast within the school complex. Yes. So I said it as one of the contributions that I did in the school. And they asked me that, okay, prove it, show us. At that point in time, I was trying to think of how would I prove it. I now remember that I had a jingle because we did a jingle for that station. And I told them I have a jingle. Then I also remember that, okay, I took a picture along. So I showed it to them. But at that point in time, even I had a system with me. The system fell down at that point. It took God that it did not break.
Oh, so sorry, Pele. I can imagine. The tension. And these are elderly educators that have been in this business for years. Some of them were not born when they became teachers. So I can imagine, and they'll be looking at you with their glasses and staring into your eyes and like, oh yeah, prove to us why you deserve this award. That's awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. I like
Thank you very much.
School seems like a private school. You have a school radio station. That's awesome. That's great.
Yes.
You are developing the skills for them so that anyone, like they always say, when it comes to children, you test the waters. You make them have an open field. Let them discover which one they will now choose at the end of it. That's fantastic. Your school management are doing a fantastic job. And
Thank you very much.
Every one of you. God bless you, Fumbi. God bless you
Amen.
for those children.
Amen. Thank you.
Salaries are not like you said, they're not like your friends in the private sector, but you guys keep bringing something different to the table. And I think that's the extras that Lagos State was, used to award you guys for bringing that extra to the table. That's awesome. The recycling foundation that you have, Fumbi, great job with it. That's great.
Yes.
It's fantastic. Well done, guys. I'm so proud of you guys, and it's so unfortunate that we couldn't speak more with TOLULOPE. And I've seen his profile.
So unfortunate.
He has been doing great works as well. So that's awesome. So tell me, with your connection to being, alumni of University of Ekiti, which connects all of us together, were there experiences in school then that you can say shaping the way you are today as a teacher? Do you have any such experience that you had, way back in school, and you picked it up and you're still using it now as an educator? Is there any such experience? Let me ask Fumbi. Is there any such experience?
Okay, yes, I do.
Okay. Let Babajide go ahead. Fumbi, yes. After Babajide, you can say Babajide, go ahead.
Okay. Well, funny enough, I did not study English education. I did English and tried studies. So I was more into, I'd always loved the theater thing that we did in 100 level, in the university. I found out that coming into the education sector, I've been able to mold most of my students to become great and creative, students that act. Like for like close to 4 years now, there's this program that we attend almost every year. It's called Teenage Festival of Life, and my students have been doing well. They've won awards, second position in drama. So, and also yes, University of Ekiti has been, it was United during our time. So
Yeah,
those times when we needed to struggle to get, to get to a hall, those times we needed to run from one corner to the other. Those
that
were the things that toughened me. And so getting into the education system also, we had people that would tell you that, public sector, you can just do things anyhow. But, I got there with a kind of different mentality that I need to be tough here. And so those were the things that made me tough. And I believe those are the things that make some of us distinct in what we do.
fantastic. I like that. I like that you had a prepared vision for yourself, even while going into a sector that they said you can do whatever you want to do. You chose to be different. That's awesome. And I think every Nigerian and everyone should choose to do it differently. Yes, they've been doing it the same way, but if I'm getting there, I will do it different. And I think it will help all of us a whole lot. It's not about what the country, like we keep saying, what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the, yes, something might be the norm, but we can't change it. It's humans. We are humans. There's nobody that cannot, like they say that nobody can repel love if the love hits the right spot. There's a way that
Yes,
you can
yes.
always connect your message. Fumbi, so share with us, Fumbi, your experience with Junad and you
Yeah,
be an educator right now. What was there? Has there been any
yeah.
connection?
Actually, when I was in school then, I had teaching practice. I was posted to a school to do teaching practice. So then I was able to learn some ways of teaching and those documents you have to teach, you have to keep as a teacher. So I was able to learn then. Then the kind of resilience attitude I built up in school, the kind of environment, rugged way of, so that kind of thing
Doing
has already built me so that I'll be able to work well. So it made me
mm,
to be able to resist maybe when I'm passing through challenges or when
yeah.
something is going hard on me, I'll be able to stand right. Then also the
Mm,
kind of learning I've was able to get in school, the kind of teachings, because I did a lot of mathematical courses. So
mm,
there was a time someone in my school was saying, I had F9 in math. So, and the person is even my senior is in school, is one of my as in senior colleague in school presently. Say, I had F9 in math. So I was just like, the kind of math I did in school, the calculus I did in economics, I was just like, So that's actually built in me this confidence, the kind of knowledge, those GSTs, gave me a kind of broad knowledge. Like presently
Mm.
in my school now, this is the fourth subject I'll be teaching it since I
wow.
joined in 2013. When I first,
Awesome.
so because of the vast knowledge I got then in school, when I got the job in 2013, I started with computer studies. That was in junior school. So when I got to senior school, I've been able to teach economics. That's my major. I've been able to teach office practice. Presently, I'm teaching civic education. And those kind of
Wow.
subjects, I
Awesome.
see it as something that I can easily swift to and teach. So it's
Awesome.
has really helped me so much.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. How did you guys feel? Did you guys know yourself before the award? Do you guys know yourself before the award?
No,
No,
Awesome.
no,
well,
no.
I knew Tolu before. We have been
Okay.
very good friends in the teaching profession, but I never knew he went to University of Ekiti. Even when I met
Wow. Can
Miss
you imagine? Can you
Oweye,
imagine?
it was when we were about to go in for the interview. She brought out some of her documents, and now I saw the certificate of University of. I said, "Wow, University of Ekiti. I'm also from University of Ekiti," and that's
Small
how
world.
we feel.
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome. And we are proud of you guys. We are proud all the generations
Thank
of
you
you people
very
of
much.
Aderonke. I'm in a group
Thank
that we
you,
have,
Aderonke.
I'm in
Thank you.
another group that we have people from 1990 set to 80, 90 set.
Wow.
I'm in a group like that. And when we saw that post, everybody were like, oh, fantastic. Everybody kept praying for you guys. Job well done. We are so
Wow.
proud. Oh, TOLULOPE, we wish we could speak
Thank
one or
you
two
so
for you.
much.
You guys keep
Thank you
doing
so
what you're
much.
doing. There
Yeah.
there are awards, like people say that I tell people all the time that when I have opportunity to say job well done, I do it because they say that it's better you say well done when the person is alive. Is now you give them their
Wow.
flower when they're leaving. So my platform might seem like a small platform, but I tell you that it's on record that you are recognized, you are awarded in the book of Lagos State, your names are written there, and your hard work has showcased you. Your hard work has paved the way for you, and please do not relent on it. Keep doing it, and it's a very, it's an encouragement for those out there that are putting in their inputs. Keep doing what you are. One day the light will shine on you. One day. See what you guys are doing with kids. You'll be doing an amazing job with the kids, teaching them on ways, teaching them on how to, how to be flexible with their style of learning, trying to impact them. Having a radio station on school, secondary school. That's the first time I'm hearing that. That's awesome. That's fantastic. That's awesome. And and I've seen Tolu's profile too. Tolu has been teaching on IT too, different things, and so many great works. He won the car. Are they giving guys your gift? Are they giving you guys your gift?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we collected the gift.
Day.
We got it on that day.
Where's your Samsung? Where's the Samsung?
The Samsung is with me. Oh.
You've not launched it.
Pali.
Fumbi, you have not launched your own.
I'm using it currently now.
Awesome. Fumbi has not launched her own, no, because that's a camera that me has Samsung. Is that a Samsung phone? Fumbi has not launched her own.
Partially.
What are you waiting for?
Pali laptop.
I'm trying to get a new SIM so that it's going to work with it. Yes.
Okay. Tolu has gotten his own car as well. Tolu has gotten his car.
Yes, he has. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, he has.
Awesome. So you guys have your gifts.
We took it home that same day.
That same
got
day.
It from that day.
Yes.
Well done, Lagos State. That's awesome. God bless Lagos State government. That's beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, that's. I never knew. I thought maybe they would tell you guys to come back the usual way. So that's the
Pali,
awesome.
Pali Samsung, maybe.
Everybody got the tab, including Tolu. Everybody got the tab, but the people that went with car. So, and the people that weren't giving cars were giving deep freezers. I sense the chest freezers. Yes.
Oh, so you guys got deep freezer and you got a tab as well, a Samsung tab.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Oh God, bless everyone that put this idea initiative together. This is awesome. And I think the teacher's reward begins here on earth. No longer the teacher's reward in heaven. The teacher's reward is right here on earth. And we appreciate you guys. Job well done. We're rounding up the show right now, and I want to say thank you for coming to my show. I'm not
thank you so much.
But I appreciate good things when I see it. And when I saw you guys broadcast about your awards, I was impressed. I also saw it on another platform, the Concerned Parents platform. I didn't see the Ekiti. But when I saw that you guys are from Ekiti, I said, that's my mamata now. We have to promote our own. We have to blow our own trumpet. And everyone, please know that everyone is proud of you guys. Everyone that went through that school gave a standing ovation for your great work. You make us proud, and we keep doing it. Keep prospering, keep making an impact, keep changing your world. Keep being the change agent that you have. And I tell you, one day, these students will see you, you will forget them, and they'll say, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma. That's the beautiful thing of teaching. And I tell anybody that it's the best job anybody can have. It's the best job anybody can have.
Yes,
God bless you guys. I'm so grateful. Thank you for honoring my invitation. We'll get to hear more of you. International awards. Nice international awards. Tolu,
amen. Yes.
Remain at
Babajide, are you married?
Yes, I am. I'm married.
Where is your madam? Is she around?
Yes, she's around.
Let's say hello to her now. Only you. Did you hope
you? Okay, come and say hello.
Hope you handed the deep freezer to her. Hope you gave her the deep freezer.
No, it's okay.
I hope. Let me bring my goat meat and put in the freezer.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Congratulations to you too. You both won the award though. Babajide didn't just win the award. Two of you won the award together.
Yes.
Congratulations. Yeah. So can I bring my goat meat now and put in your freezer?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes.
Congrats. Good to see you. Please, thank you for supporting him and keep supporting him. God bless you too. Thank you. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Fumbi, God bless you, darling. God bless you.
Amen.
So we have
Amen.
not launched your deep freezer too as well. Fumbi, you can launch your
I'm already
freezer.
using my deep freezer. I'm already using that.
Hey.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. And I want to say thank you to you guys for coming on the show. Is anybody around
Thank
here,
you so much.
Fumbi? Like somebody's around you, Fumbi.
Okay. Yes.
Is who? Is Oga?
Okay. Just
Is
come
he
and say hello.
hiding? Let's come and say hello.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
say
okay.
hello, sir.
Okay, it's not that.
Eh? He's
Okay, it will
hiding.
soon be here. It will
Okay.
soon be here.
I just want to say hello to
Just
him.
put my-
I like when people let people know that you can't succeed alone. There's always a support system
Yes.
that makes it easy
He's
for you
here.
to
My
succeed
husband is
on the show.
here.
Oh, Mr. Way, yeah. Good to see you, sir.
Good evening.
Good to see you. Thank you
Thanks
for
so much.
standing by her. We appreciate you. Well, thank you.
You
We
are
say,
welcome.
well done, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please don't put your own meat inside the freezer. The freezer is for us, please. It's for us. Thank you. Good to
Thank
see
you
you, sir.
so much.
Good to see you. Good
Yes.
to see you. So thank you guys for being on the show. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
God
Thank
bless you.
you.
Our regards to your
Yeah.
Thank you.
pupils. And we say God
Thank
bless
you.
everyone, every teacher out there. Do you have any last word for any teacher before you let you go? Any last word for your fellow teachers? Any last word?
Okay.
Hey.
Do you have any last word?
Doing
Fumbi,
the
go
good
ahead.
work they
Fumbi,
should
go
be
ahead.
doing. They should keep doing the good work they're doing, and they should put in more effort in what they are doing, because teachers' word is right here on earth, not only
Yes,
in
so
heaven.
right
Thank
here.
you so
Yes,
much.
right
Yeah.
here. Right
Yeah.
here. Babajide, any final word as we round off? Babajide, any final word?
Okay. My final words is that I want every teacher out there to know that they are great. You know, all teachers are supposed to be rewarded time in, time out. They are doing a great job. Without teachers, we won't even have a sane society. So the
We
society is
won't,
sane
we
because we
won't,
have people
you know,
sacrificing
yes.
and doing the best to make sure that the world is a better place. So thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let me read out those that send their regards to you. Banji
Okay.
Ikomola saying congrats to you, Jide. He said he knew you will always do this. I'm sure you know him.
Thank you.
Banji is also my
Yes.
friend.
Yes.
Banji is my friend. Bukola
Yes.
Ochukutu says congrats to you, Jide, and all of you guys that won the award. Kemi Ifedapo Shadola said that sends her regards to all of you too as well. Lanre Buhari sends a regards to every one of you. Fumilola
Wow.
Fajuwage, Fumilola
Thank
sends a
you.
greeting
Thank
as
you.
well.
Thank
Titi
you.
Lola Shanu Idowu send the greetings, and I'm sure many more that are not online right now that will get to watch the interview afterwards. They will also send their greetings, and so we say, job
Thank
well
you
done,
so much.
guys. Please, our regards to TOLULOPE. We couldn't speak much with him, but we appreciate him as well.
Okay.
And to every teacher that
Okay.
won the award, job well done. And to Lagos State
Thank you
government
so
and
much.
the panel of judges, great job, guys. I'm so impressed.
Yes.
I'm proud of what they are doing, and at the fact that you guys have your gifts already. Awesome. So thank you guys for
Yes.
Yes.
being on the show. Have a lovely evening and take me well to your family. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Have a wonderful
Thank
day.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone. It's been amazing speaking with these wonderful teachers and educators that are doing great works. And I like the fact that the Lagos State government deemed it fit to award them. I like the process of the award as well. I like the fact that it was an open call. You get to nominate yourself. That's great. And like I always say, no one can blow your trumpet the way you do. So you have to. If you know you have been working hard, you've been doing tremendous work out there, please share. Not with pride, but with the fact that you want to receive not to receive award, but for someone to know that they can also do the same and more, is to motivate and inspire others. See what Babajide is doing with the school. That's amazing. Having a mini radio station in the school where the kids can get to enhance their communication skills. Awesome. For those that want to venture into presentation, they can begin to see if they have the initial, skills to do that. And for Fumbi already now having a waste recycling foundation, and making the children know that nothing goes to waste, everything can be used again. That's awesome. That's beyond teaching, don't you think? Yeah, that's beyond teaching. And TOLULOPE has been teaching the kids to on using the technology platform to make an impact. I'm so impressed for all the teachers doing great works out there. We may not see you all, but know that your records are written down. And very soon the light and the light will be on you. The spot is going to be on you. This wonderful guest of mine got the spot today. You will get the spot tomorrow. But please put in the hard work. Keep developing yourself. Keep seeing yourself up there. And these kids will definitely remember you for the good works you're doing. I remember my teachers. I remember Mrs. Ungotsu now. She's late, but she was an amazing teacher in my primary too. Mrs. Ungotsu made me know that I can be a leader and I can lead. She's always telling me, Aderonke, you can achieve this. Aderonke, you are the one in charge of the class today. Write the names of noisemakers. I was tiny, I was small, but eventually, even in my secondary school, I became the head girl of the school because this woman believed in me. Mrs. Shobanjo too. So many amazing teachers that made me believe in myself. And I cannot erase their names from my history. They are part of who Aderonke is today. And I give kudos to every one of them for being a blessing. My mathematics teacher made me love mathematics so much. I wrote it in my exam, and I can be proud that I made A1 in my YA because of my maths teacher. And that's the impact that you can have on children as educators. So please keep putting in the work. Do it wholeheartedly with all your heart. This guest of mine love what they do, and I'm glad that Lagos State government rewarded them. And the amazing thing for me is that they all finished from the University of Ekiti, which is my alma mater, and I'm so proud of them. I'm proud of you too, what you're doing in your closet, the little achievements, celebrate yourself, the little wins, celebrate it. Be grateful for that little win because God says that in all things we should give thanks. From the little wins, you get the bigger wins and you keep climbing up, keep climbing up. And like we say, if you have not woken up to achieving anything yet, don't worry, there's still hope. The day you wake up to your dream is your morning. Run with it and make it happen. Thank you for being on my show tonight. I appreciate everyone that came online, everyone that sent in their comments. I see you guys, my lovely Kemi. I see you, darling. God bless you. And if you want to watch the replay, please make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel. My target is to get to 1,000. I'm still not halfway. Please subscribe. Aderonke Odipede. The subscription color is red. If you subscribe, it goes to gray. Please subscribe and let's keep this show running. Thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. My love to your family. God bless you. Bye.